Welcome to Extended, where we take a look at the contracts keeping your team's favorite players in your city. We'll examine the impact on the team's luxury tax, guarantees, options, signing bonuses, and the accumulated value of the contract as the player fulfills the deal. Time to look at the new kid in Seattle, 2022 American League Rookie of the Year, Julio Rodriguez. In a bold move by the Seattle Mariners in Rodriguez's rookie season, the club announced a long-term contract for J-Rod on August 26th. This could become one of the longest and largest deals ever based on the options and additional bonuses that Julio could earn. There's a major fork in this contract that's very interesting. The initial base value of the deal is 7 years, $119.3 million with a $15 million as a signing bonus. Following the 2028 season, after season 6 of the contract, the organization must make their 2030 club option decision. Let's take a look at what happens if they accept and exercise that option. His base salary changes based on his performance during the initial base timeline. So the original 7 years dictates how the following year's salary will play out. Between 2022 and 2028, his MVP finishes determines his salary during the remaining years under the option. If Julio doesn't finish in the top 10 one time, his salary bumps to $25 million annually. If he finishes in the top 10 twice, he would earn 30. 4 top 10 finishes gets him 32.5, and if Julio wins an MVP and gets another top 5 finish, or if he finishes in the top 5 3 times during the contract, it becomes $280 million over 8 years with an average annual of 35. If Julio wins the MVP award 2 times during the initial base, or finishes in the top 5 4 times, his contract becomes $350 over 10 years, keeping that same average annual of 35. So basically, if he gets that top 5 another time, or wins it twice, he gains another 2 years onto the contract. That's fork number 1. If the team were to decide to decline the club option portion of the contract, Julio gains a player option worth $90 million for 5 years, which is currently reflected in the graph on screen right now. It would keep his salary at $18 million through the 2034 season, his age 33 season. The player option also contains escalators surrounding All-Star and Silver Slugger awards. If Julio were to accumulate 8 Silver Sluggers and/or All-Star appearances, he bumps to 5 years worth $100 million. If he gets 10 of those awards, he gets himself an extra $10 million split over the 5-year period. And if Julio gets an MVP and 2 All-Stars during that base timeline, his option becomes worth 5 years, $125 million, which is a $25 million average annual, which again was the baseline for the team option for. So he could still technically earn that same baseline of the team option even on his player option. There is one more fork in this deal. The base contract would end after the 2029 season, and if the team declines the option and Julio declines his option, he is free to test free agency in 2030 as a 29-year-old. During this contract, Rodriguez does have a full no-trade clause and has award bonuses. If he wins an MVP, he gains $150,000. If he gets the World Series MVP, $100,000. League Championship Series MVP, $50,000. Silver Sluggers and Gold Gloves, $50,000 each. All-Star selections, $25,000. Meaning if you took all the escalators, all of the awards, all of the club option bonuses, this contract could earn as much as $470 million and keep him in Seattle all the way through 2039. As of today, This could be the largest dollar value deal in Major League Baseball history, and if all the way extended, the longest one. Let's quickly look at Julio as a player and wrap this thing up. The short end is he's really good. And if he can clean up some of the holes, he could become everything that we think he is and more. Julio became the third rookie ever to have 25 home runs and 25 stolen bases behind Chris Young and Mike Trout. Yeah, that guy. He was an all-star, won Rookie of the Year, was a major cog in the Mariners getting back to the postseason, and just for fun, was in the Home Run Derby. He just landed himself as the number 16 ranked player on the Major League Baseball Top 100 for his sophomore season. His Baseball Savant page indicates his exit velo and hard hit percentage is elite, and adds in a 98% sprint speed and a 96% arm strength. Julio has all of the physical gifts that you could hope to find in a ball player. His only holes were his non-hitting at-bats. If he can lower that K percentage and raise that walk percentage, you could easily see this guy getting those award escalators. Whiffs and chase rates are typically not great for rookies, and Julio is not out of that norm. But if he can improve upon those numbers and continue to hit the ball hard, look out. The kid finished 7th in MVP voting this past season, won the Rookie of the Year, gained an All-Star, and a Silver Slugger, so he's already on his way to earning some of those escalator options. His OPS plus last year was 147, meaning 47% better than league average, and 560 plate appearances, while playing a premium center field defense. The Zips projections has Julio lowering that K percentage gradually as he matures in Major League Baseball and jumping into the 30-30 club potentially, which honestly could be a bit of an undershoot. This guy could become a 40-40 kind of guy. Expect J-Rod to be in Major League Baseball to stay, and stay at a very high level. Thank you for watching this extended episode on The J-Rod Show. If you made it to this point in the video, you should click the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Which contract should I look at next? Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SwingForContact, jump into our new Discord channel, and come talk baseball with the SFC crew. We'll be chatting through spring training and WBC games as well. We'll be doing some Twitch stuff soon, and just remember, put the ball in play, swing for contact.